In case you're wondering, no, I'm not wearing a dress. And no, I'm not saying what I'm wearing underneath. This is a ko. This is my national dress. This is how all men dress in Bhutan. That is how our women dress. Like our women, we men get to wear pretty bright colors. But unlike our women, we get to show off our legs. Our national dress is unique. But this is not the only thing that's unique about my country. Our promise to remain carbon neutral is also unique. And this is what I'd like to speak about today, our promise to remain carbon neutral. But before I proceed, I should set you the context. I should tell you our story. Bhutan is a small country in the Himalayas. We've been called Shangri-La, even the last Shangri-La. But let me tell you right off the bat, we are not Shangri-La. My country is not one big monastery populated with happy monks. The reality is that there are barely 700,000 of us, sandwiched between two of the
No, I'm not wearing a dress, and no, I'm not saying what I'm wearing underneath. This is a go. This is what all men wear in Bhutan, and our women wear the gira. Our national dress is unique, but that is not the only thing that is unique about my country. Our promise to remain carbon neutral is also unique. But before I proceed, let me share the context. Let me tell you our story. Bhutan is a small country in the Himalayas. We have been called Shangri-La, even the last Shangri-La. But let me tell you right off the bat, we are not Shangri-La. My country is not a big monastery filled with happy monks. The reality is there are barely 700,000 of us sandwiched between two of the most populated countries on earth, China and India. Bhutan is a small, underdeveloped country doing its best to survive. But we're doing okay. Actually, we're thriving, and the reason why we're thriving is because we're blessed with extraordinary kings. Back in the 1970s, our fourth king declared that for Bhutan, gross national happiness is more important than gross development product. Ever since, everything that we do is piloted by the vision to improve the happiness of our people. The total GDP of my country is only 2 million. But here's where it gets interesting. Education is completely free. Health facilities are also completely free. Here, let me share a fun fact. We are staring at the largest pocket in the world. It starts from here, comes around the back, and comes out from inside here. You can store your phones, books, sometimes even precious cargo. Turns out, being carbon negative is a big deal. Out of 200 odd countries, Bhutan is the only country that is carbon neutral. Actually, that's not quite accurate. Bhutan is not carbon neutral. Bhutan is carbon negative. We see climate change is real. The world is getting hotter by the minute. I recently visited a lake. Just 20 years ago, the lake didn't exist. But now, the glaciers have melted and it has turned into a lake. I invite you all to help us to fulfill the dream of the whole world being carbon neutral. We can fight climate change together. We can protect the future of our planet together. Because even though we made this differently, we are all in it together. Thank you, and Katrina. Thank you very much.
If I should have a daughter, instead of mom, she's going to call me Point B. Because that way she knows that no matter what happens, at least she can always find her way to me. And I'm going to paint the solar systems on the backs of her hands. So she has to learn the entire universe before she can say, oh, I know that like the back of my hand. And she's going to learn that this life will hit you hard, in the face, wait for you to get back up just so it can kick you in the stomach. But getting the wind knocked out of you is the only way to remind your lungs how much they like the taste of air. There is hurt here that cannot be fixed by Band-Aids or poetry. So the first time she realizes that Wonder Woman isn't coming, I'll make sure she knows she doesn't have to wear the cape all by herself. Because no matter how wide you stretch your fingers, your hands will always be too small to catch all the pain you want to heal. Believe me, I've tried.
Instead of, Mom, she's gonna call me Point B. Because that way she knows that no matter what happens, at least she could find her way to me. And I'm going to paint the solar system in the back of him, so she has to learn this entire universe before she can say, oh, I don't like the back of me. And she's also going to learn that this life will hit you hard in the face, with way to get back so that it can kick you in the stomach. But getting the wind out of you is the only way to remind your lungs how much you like the taste of air. There is harm. Here, they can be fixed by Band-Aids or poetry. And for the first time, when she realized that the Wonder Woman isn't going to come, I'll make sure she knows that she doesn't have to wear the cape by herself. Because no matter how wide you stretch your fingers, the hands will be always too small to catch all the things that you want to heal. Believe me, I have tried. And baby, I'll tell you, don't keep your nose up in the air like that. I know that trick. I have done it a million times. You're just waiting for the smoke to follow the trail back of a burning house, so you can find the boy who lost his everything in the fire, to see if you can save him. Or find the boy who lit the fire at the first place, to see if you can change him. But I know she will anyways. So instead, I will always keep an extra supply of chocolates and rainbows nearby, because there is no hurry that a chocolate can't fix. Okay, there's few that chocolate can't fix. But that's what the rainbows are for, because rain will wash away everything if you let it. I want her to look at this world in the side of the glass bottom bowl, to look through the microscope at the galaxies that exist in the pinpoint of human mind. Because that's how my mom told me, that there will be days like this, Mama will say. When you open your hands and wind up with only blisters and bruises, when you step out of a phone booth, try to fly, and the very person that you want to save are the ones standing on your cape. When your boots are filled with rain, you will be up to your knees with the disappointment. Those are all the rainy days that you have all no reasons to say.
Been through, sat through, rose through, cried through, prayed through. Everything is a setup for your next best season. And the way you forgive the perceivingly unforgivable, the way you love the perceivingly unlovable, the way you accept what seems to be unacceptable, the way you embrace after you've been betrayed, the way you do that is the way you will lead us. Your light belongs to everyone who'll be illuminated because you were bold enough and obedient enough to let your light shine. Yes, 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 yes. And every time you cross someone's path and they can't handle your light, you know those people that they try to give you reasons why you should tone it down a bit. That they would tell Cheryl not to sing so loud. Hey. Right. They would tell me to shut up.
So I looked at her and said, alive. I took an English class, I got a fail in English, and my English teacher said in front of the entire class, Lisa, you have to be the weakest writer I've ever seen in my entire life. Don't worry, my story is good. Don't feel sorry for me. I got a 7 under my belt. And in the same year, my speech teacher said, after giving me a D-, when I knew I had an A speech, like, come on, he obviously didn't agree with me. He gave me a D- and said, hold on, Miss Nichols, I recommend that you never speak in public, that you get a desk job. So here's the beauty of that story, other people's perception of you and none of your business. Everything you have been through, said through, rose through, cried through, prayed through, everything is a setup for your next best season. In the way you forgive the perceived the unforgivable, the way you love the perceived the unlovable, the way you accept what seems to be unacceptable, the way you embrace after you have been betrayed, the way you do is the way you will lead us. Your life doesn't belong to you. Your life belongs to everyone who will be illuminated because you were bold enough and obedient enough to let your light shine. Yes, 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 yes. And every time you cross someone's path and they can't handle your light, you know those people. They try to give you reasons why you should tone it down a bit. That they tell shrill not to sing so loud. Right? They would tell me to shut up in class. They tell you, you kind of strange. You know those people, dream snatchers, vision posters. Don't be mad at them. Love them, pray for them, because they are dealing with themselves like we are dealing with us. But I want you to remember that your 70 watts has to be turned way up because you have a way more to give us. It ain't over yet. Don't put a period where God put a comma. And when you turn it up to 159 watts, you see you turn it up, you stop dimming your lights, you say today is the first day of the rest of my life. And when your light gets brighter, there will be some people who will be interrupted, that they will say your light's too bright, your light's too bright, your light's too bright, your light's too bright, and at that time, you just look at them and say, well, I'm not dimming my light, I'm just giving you some shades.